One of the things we did last year, the inaugural Buhr Legacy of Friendship, for those of you who were here last year. Why do we do the Buhr Legacy of Friendship? Because one of the things at House of Friendship that we haven't done a great job of is honoring the individuals that so faithfully serve both our community and House of Friendship. And it was our attempt to try to change that, and to start slowly and to start somewhere. We were told that sometimes when you honor people, you take the risk of, not honoring someone else. But you know what? If you don't honor anyone, you're not doing anyone a favor either. And usually when you honor people, the goal and the hope is that it inspires other people to do likewise. So why do we do the Buhr Legacy of Friendship? We also want to honor people that espouse the values of House of Friendship. The kind of values that I think Rick was talking about, Norma, in the kind of community they grew up. And those are the kind of people we want to hold up, because those are the people that helped House of Friendship start in 1939 as a small little storefront, just reaching out, to today where it's got 18 programs, it feeds people, houses people, provides addiction treatment, it provides community development. That's how House of Friendship was built, on those values, and that's what we want to celebrate and we want to honor. Why did we call it the Buhr Legacy of Friendship? We called it in honor of Martin Buhr, who was House of Friendship's longest serving ED of 20 years. His late wife, Pauline, also served for 10 years with Martin. Many of the systems we have in place were set up during Martin's time. He strengthened our government relationships. He was the co-founder of the food bank. During this time, the hostel was moved and rebuilt to the present facility. Kramer House was built. Kiwanis House was built. ED Village was built. Community centers like Chandler Mowat were begun. The appliance repair program was started. And Martin was actually started the whole process of alcohol control becoming a part of House of Friendship, which is now moving into under one roof. Beyond House of Friendship, Martin, in his retirement, founded Menno Homes, who in 10 years has built over 100 affordable housing units in that time, and he's still going strong. Recently I emailed Martin and asked him a question. He didn't get back to me within 24 hours. He got back to me within 25 hours, and he apologized, and he said, John, I've got this thing at church, I've got this Menno Homes thing, and now the region has asked me to serve on some other committee to lead this housing, and I'm also doing this. And I emailed back to Martin and I said, if this is what retirement looks like, I am never ever retiring. So, last year, for the inaugural Martin for the Buhr Legacy of Friendship, we honored Jerry and Sandra Vanderwarp, who in the 70s started House of Friendship's 174 men's addiction treatment program. So what about this year? This year we are moving our focus from addictions to food, community, and justice. Why are we doing this? Because our vision calls us to do it. Our vision is a healthy community where all can belong and thrive. Giving someone food can help them belong. Giving someone community allows people to thrive. And that is true justice. Many of you have known that in this past year we are in difficult economic times in our province, in our region, and discretionary benefits and other things that impact food distribution in our community have been impacted. And so we want to really focus in on that theme and ensure that in our community nobody does go hungry. And so when we were talking about this theme of food, community, justice, we thought, who in this community represents that better than anyone else? Who comes to mind when you think of those themes? And it was fairly unanimous, very quickly and instantly, that the board said the Herrle family. And so, Elsie Herrle actually commented, she said, these are the best strawberries we've ever had at a strawberry social tonight. They were from Herrle's, so thank you. And so, Many of you have known the Herrle family. I trust this is where you buy your fruits and vegetables in the summer. And so we wanted to honor them. And when I met with the family recently, Elsie said the journey with House of Friendship started when she was a 6-year-old girl. Elsie? I'm going to give away your age because I have to use the year now. Is that okay, Elsie? Okay. So it was 1948, and Elsie's family lived across from the Snyders. And because Elsie's family didn't have a vehicle, the Snyders would take you to the market. And on the way home from the market, the Snyders would stop by House of Friendship and leave leave the leftovers, right? Am I getting it right, Elsie?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. And so this relationship between House of Friendship and the Herrle family goes back to 1948, a mere 9 years after House of Friendship started in 1939. And so when I asked Elsie, I said, well, then where'd you find Howard? And I think the joke was the cornfield, but I don't know if that's how it all happened. I think it was about one of these junior farmer associations, I believe, and sort of the rest is history. And so tonight we have some of the Herrle family, and they have been very much a part of House of Friendship and serving in many different ways. And tonight I want to call up Tony Bender, who has been serving at House of Friendship for about 33 years, and he's going to share some of the connections that we've had with the Herrles at House of Friendship. Tony.
Can you hear me? Okay. It is my pleasure to say a few words this evening in regards to the Herrle family. A couple of years ago I worked with Trevor on the board of FoodLink Waterloo Region. At that point I was impressed with the Herrle's interest in and commitment to growing and selling local food. Their motto is "Freshness makes the difference." They were pioneers in the buy local food movement. They have assisted House of Friendship in a number of ways. Just a few examples. By donating their famous sweet corn to us, and most of that has been used in our emergency food hamper program. We have never counted how many dozen cobs of corn we have received. However, it is safe to say the number of dozens is in the thousands. They have donated other produce to us. They have also donated sweet corn and produce items to Food Bank of Waterloo Region. And many of you know that House of Friendship is a major recipient of food from the Food Bank. So many of the items they have given to Food Bank have come to our emergency food hamper program for distribution to persons in need of food. Howard and Elsie have volunteered at our Christmas hamper program for 6 years. Howard has helped in the warehouse, and Elsie has assisted with organizing our gift certificates and turkey vouchers and making roots. They have donated strawberries to our annual meetings. And this year at our Potato Blitz, at our supermarket day, Potato Blitz Day, we had use of one of their trucks that was parked at the Beechwood Zares. At that store we received about 10,000 pounds of potatoes. So we were very fortunate to have their truck. Trevor came late afternoon and picked up the truck and delivered the potatoes to a warehouse in Waterloo where we were gathering potatoes we were receiving that day. The following week, Trevor came and delivered approximately 25,000 pounds, 2 truckloads of the potatoes we had in the warehouse, to a cold storage site in St. Jacobs. And then we used those potatoes at our food hamper program, and I can report they are all out of the cold storage and gone. But thanks to Trevor for trucking potatoes for us. In our House of Friendship values, we talk about inclusion. We believe everyone has a seat at the table. I believe the table can represent that we all have enough food to eat. Many people in our community have difficulty affording to purchase food for themselves, and their families have had the opportunity to sit at the table to eat good quality food because of the generosity of the Herrle family. House of Friendship is very thankful for this generosity. Thank you.
Martin. kindness. And so at this time, I'm wondering if we can call the Herrle family up here for Martin to present the Buhr legacy of friendship and get a picture with Martin up here.
Do a hair toxic?
Yes, you do.
Just hand over the box or take it out of the box? Last year I famously said,
Oh, Mark.
"It's more desired than the Stanley Cup." Do you remember that?
I do remember.
So I proudly present the Buhr legacy of friendship to the Herrle family.
Thank you, everybody, for giving us this award. We definitely did not start by giving you food just so that we could get an award. We were actually prodded along by one of our neighbors, who's also an engineer, and he helped us with our last building project and suggested that he didn't want anything for his services, but please give it to somebody who could use it. So we sat down and thought the House of Friendship was probably the best place because it's very, very, very local. Now, never did Howard and I have need of the House of Friendship in our growing up years, but Howard is a child of the Depression and I as a child of war and immigration have known some difficult times. And we are just so happy to be able to do something for people who truly, truly need it. So thank you again.